Speaking of apt names, the person who heads up that self-esteem task force in California that was lampooned last week in Doonesbury is Mecca. Rick McIntyre.
He's on the Pee Wee Herman show doing part of the genius magic. Mecca, so they face him what, east and south? Let's start off with always the romantic ones that say, I'm not romantic. Let's see the scars. This is called the perfect murder. It comes without a warning sign, it leaves without event. You dare not move a muscle for fear of accident. It's in the moment only in a language too obscure. Is it saying all the things you want to hear? You're never sure. This night or last night, there's no time or date. You're either very early or else hopelessly late. And whatever happens, you've been set up this way for the perfect murder. It leaves and leaves no footprints, no discernible trail. You spare nothing to the search, to no avail. Its body is made of promise, its voice is made of gift. But once you tear through the wrapping, shit, there isn't much to it. This night or last night, there's no time or date. The dealings and feelings we have certainly have changed, and if she says she loves the real you, then she's pushing you away. The perfect murder. And sometimes you could die for it, sometimes it's not worth a passing thought, when you could lose by epic margins or merely by default. Is it just a test, a tempering, the way they make a blade, the way they make a saint or heretic, the way all these things are made? Well, this night, it's like counting seconds in the dark. Something comes to rest in your hand, a slick and poisoned dart. Yes, you squeeze it out of reflex, and yet the edge is sharp. But in the light, you find you're holding the wreck of your own heart. The perfect murder. Next is called Hideous Corpse. It's safe to say we forget what is safe to forget. It almost goes without saying that memory is selective, creative, editorial. Over the college worth of philosophy, when you know what we got here, we got it seriously. We help each other a lot. That's good. You and me taking on the world. We got good hands and feet. Between us, we got the experience and the confidence. So trust me absolutely. Trust me with your very sacred secrets. Fork 'em over, babe. A little French sense of justice. You're guilty, period. Now try and explain how our innocence hasn't been seen since we pushed forward for everything and instead got pinched. I don't want to pass judgment. Guilty. No, judgment is a delicate thing. Guilty. The gun's in your hand, my hand's in your pocket. Somehow we're going to get blamed for all of this. They'll be dusting my tongue for fingerprints and tracing your face for the first week sign. It's the nature of the system. You gotta know their cheap shots and their storylines. I don't want to pass judgment. Shoot them. No, judgment is a serious thing. Both ears and the tail. My mouth is open. We're looking all around us, and somehow we're going to get blamed for all of this. This last one started out with, I always worry about people who write songs like I Love You or something like that, which, you know, you look in the Library of Congress and there's 380 songs listed under that title. So I wrote this thing, and I had a title, working titles never work, of Forever Young, and I thought, so I had to add on in parentheses, neither are we. Also because the line was missing a bunch of syllables. So it worked out on a lot of real aspects. Anyway, the lights have turned low and the radio's on. Your eyes tell the truth. I see the same desperation, the same tragic flaw. I know that it's different now, but I can't admit to myself why. The distance kills our friendship. I can't reach you. I didn't try. the big picture, worth 1,000 words that are on the tongue. I want so to forget it, like between friends forgiveness, but neither are we forever young. Oh, all your words and your poetry clothes, and the same sensation, call it whatever you wish, a simple lack of control. It's just your endless movies, the everlasting ghosts, the cemetery rituals and the funeral pyres to which everything's thrown. In 1,000 words, or a broader picture, it's the same final sum. Don't rephrase or repaint it. The point is moot, and neither are we forever young. Still the lights turn lower, and the radio blares, and the things that you know are the things that will hurt you, but what do you care? You got your victim song and your unhealed scars, because if you argue long enough for your limitations, surprise, they're yours. I don't want a welcome home tear or a farewell kiss. I'm just tired of these heroes defending honor where no honor really exists. A no-fault condition, really, if we grow apart. It's just natural. I'm on the move now, and it seems that you're not. In 1,000 pictures, or in 1,000 words, in 1,000,000 tongues, the line between nothing and everything is action, and neither are we forever young. Okay, this is a story about this happened to me actually. I was flying across the Pacific in an airplane, and the airplane crashed, and I woke up later, and I had been rescued by a cannibal tribe. And at first, I was a little worried. But they told me that since I was this god that came from the heavens in a fiery bird, that they weren't going to sacrifice me. I didn't tell them about combustion engines at the time. I didn't think it was appropriate. Anyway, so they said I was this god, this supernatural visitor, and that the only thing I had to do was this one ritual, which was to eat at the Cannibal Restaurant. Eat or be eaten, I suppose. So I went, and they had 3 items on the menu, and the first item was baked construction worker, and it was $3.50 a plate, and it came with salad and soup and everything. The second item was roast politician, and that was $5 a plate. The last item was grilled poet, and it was $50 a plate. I looked at him and I said, "Don't you think this is a little outrageous?" The waiter looked at me and said, "Have you ever tried to clean one of these suckers?"
Quick math and